Hello fellow scapers, today's video is going to help explain the clan resources as I get a lot of questions regarding what do we need for the current build, and since people play at different times of the day it is rather tricky to coordinate effectively. So this video is also going to be very raw. I'm not a video editor, this is kind of shooting from the hip, so bear with me and you might need to follow my cursor here. On your mini-map at the bottom right, you should see Citadel information. Click the little icon. It'll bring up a HUD. This is also your quick teleports around the Citadel. Very handy. Now, a lot of people like to use the View Resources tab here with the little graph with the green arrow. I personally don't. It's rather tricky to decipher and it doesn't often reflect accurately what it is that we need. Instead, I actually use the View Job List interface. This is where the builds that have been selected, or rather your upkeep as well, where it actually shows what is currently needed each particular week. So this is all the upkeep at the moment. Now, the green bar is what has been gathered this week. The yellow bars are what has been allocated by your minions if you have the obelisk. You can't actually change what the minions gather. That's actually set on the hierarchy from Jagex's programming there. And on to the side of that, you should see a arrow upwards. That is the upgrade job list. So if you select that, this will show what has been selected. I can't currently upgrade any buildings or skill plots, so I'm just doing some cosmetics at the moment. But you can see here that one says 100%. So the blue bar is what has been gathered in a previous build week. So that was already allocated towards this build. We fell just short last week. That's why you can see a little bit of green at the end there. That's what was mined just earlier today. So this build is now 100% complete and will take effect next tick, as long as we have sufficient clan visitors. And this next one says 26%. This right here is what we're paying attention to, not the View Resources tab. This is the build that has been selected for upgrade. So you can see the blue ones are what has been gathered previous week. There might be a little slither of green you can see in the middle there, maybe. The mouse won't bring it up. The red is what is still required to fill the cost of that build. So this is specifically what we're talking about here. So we need quite a bit of timber for that one. Also some precious bars there. Now, if I go back to the upkeep, you can see here that pretty much everything has been filled. That's why a lot of them say 84%, because the only thing that we still need to gather for upkeep is the precious ore. So now what we can do, I'll teach you some tips and tricks just for getting the most bang for your buck out of capping itself. So we go to the little hub here, and one of the first things you'll want to do is teleport to the town square. Over here you'll see an avatar control stone. You can see up the top here my buff is currently on the 6% boost, as I do have the fealty 3. So we select skill plot bonus. That's the one that's going to get just a few extra resources, and every little bit helps. Along with activating that buff, we can also summon our clan avatar. So if you open up your pets here, you should find under follower pets clan avatar. So if you call that pet as your follower, it will also get just a little bit of extra resources. Now, one of the first things, this is highly recommended, is to do your obelisk, because doing the obelisk will get you, oh, and it does change every 30 seconds or so, so you'll need to keep an eye out for those wavy lines. This skill plot gets your minions, and your minions will automatically get resources. So if you have precious bars, for example, like I mentioned on the upkeep there, precious bars are a little bit annoying because you have to make charcoal, then you have to mine the ore before you can then smith the bars. So you actually have to do two separate skill plots before you'll be able to actually do bars. So minions are very helpful in this regard because they don't require the charcoal and the ore. They can just automatically be allocated towards precious bars. This is one main reason why we go for the obelisk first. It'll also only let you do 10% of your resource cap, so we are at 2,350 at the moment, so 235. You might get a little bit extra if it did like a dump of 7 and it puts you at 358 or something like that, but it'll only allow you to do 10%. So now that you've filled that, now I'll teleport to my furnace and let's go work on some precious bars, as that was what we needed to complete upkeep for this current week. As you can see, I've already been and done a bit of pre-work, and there we go. So now we've finished capping. Now that we've completed and filled the full cap, keeping in mind you only need 900 to get your fealty, and also to be eligible for bonus experience from the quartermaster. I'll show you that in a second. So now we can go back to that stone and select the experience boost, and the icon has changed back to the 6%. So that 6% is now active for 7 days. That counter is invisible, you can't see it, but it's now just started on a 7-day cooldown. So if I don't come back and cap for 8 days, when I log back in at after 8 days, that 6% will go. It'll be gone. Now, you don't have to cap to get that 6% back. In the next build week, you can actually just come straight back to this stone, select the 6% boost, and go back into the normal RuneScape world, and you'll have your 6% boost. What you need to do, however, is at least come back sometime in next build week to be able to get your next 900 resources, and that way you can keep your fealty up when wanting to get that, make the most of that experience boost. So effectively, you can cap once in 13 days and still have that 6%. You'll just need to come and reactivate it after 7 days. So after you've done that stone, you can come here back to the main Citadel building, and just to the left side here you should see quartermaster. So because you've reached your 900 for the week, you're eligible for some bonus experience. Now there's a recent update which is super helpful, where it actually shows you how much it's going to apply. So 88,000, 58,000. I normally go cooking because it just gives me the most for cooking. It might be different for you, or you might just specifically want a certain skill. So the last trick here is your cape. So if you fealty reward your clan cloak, that'll also get you a little bit of extra bonus, not bonus experience. That'll just be like a lamp. And those are the tips and tricks that I've got for you for your Citadel. And good luck. Don't be afraid to ask further questions of your clan admin and leaders. They might also have a couple of other tips, especially regarding how to cap very quickly. Woodcutting is obviously a popular one with the 2-tick method on that one, but hopefully this video, and again showing you that the view resources tab is not actually your friend in this regard. You want to be looking at the job list interface rather. That is what's going to give you a direct and clear vision of what you require. Good luck, guys. Have fun.